Welcome to A Healthier, Happier You, the people working to make it happen. I'm Evan J. Cholfin from Luxhammer, where we help the brands that help you live healthier. Today, I'm joined by Sonia Paryani, founder and CEO of Sincerely by Pariani, who's changing the gluten-free bakery space with clean, allergen-free treats. Sonia, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Evan, for having me. It's lovely to be here.
So your journey started with a personal health challenge, I understand, back in 2011. Can you share how your ulcerative colitis diagnosis led to creating the company?
Sure. I'm a retired jeweler, but while I was a jeweler and we had jewelry stores in Savannah, fine jewelry stores, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune condition. And that caused me to be hospitalized for 2 weeks and then get on medications, biologics, and all sorts of other problems. And, that came with it. That didn't help at all. In the starting, it did, but it just kept going back to the hospital until I figured out I needed to change my diet and then get rid of medication, basically, and just live healthy by eating healthy.
Well, that's really amazing that you're able to do that without medication and you're able to solve that with your diet.
Yes, medication gave me a lot of side effects, also caused a couple other conditions which nobody wants. So there was like a side effect was I had drug-induced lupus,
Mm.
hallucinations, weight gain, and still ended up being hospitalized every 6 months. When I found this diet, it's called the SCD diet. It's specific carbohydrate diet. It eliminates all of things that you're not supposed to help eat so that it helps your gut heal. That's what I did. And it went gluten, grain, dairy, and refined sugar free. That just helped immensely. I healed and continued to heal, and I was able to get off all medications and just with change of diet. I continued that, and I've been medication free for now almost 12 years.
It's incredible. So, what made you decide to focus specifically on clean label allergen free baking?
Well, I was still in Savannah and I was still working as a jeweler. It was very hard for me to do everything that I had to do. I needed to cook every meal, do everything, because when you go out to buy something, it has a lot of food colors, like fake ingredients, fillers, gums, preservatives, and none of that is good for anybody, and especially somebody with an autoimmune condition or trying to eat healthy regardless of your health issues. I was baking for myself and I knew it was very difficult doing everything, baking, cooking, and running a business. So I promised myself at that time, this was 2011, that whenever I had the time, I would make sure that I would start a business so that I would be there for someone else who was going through a similar problem. Because
Yeah.
we need to celebrate with our families, like small wins every day, Tuesday dinners. And that becomes very hard when you can't share any treats. And also, you have a easier time falling off the wagon, like trying to eat something just because nothing else is available.
And how does the specific carbohydrate diet influence your product development?
Well, every single aspect of it. It's like we are a small bakery. We make sure that it's small batch. We do not use corn, soy, gluten, grain, dairy, refined sugars, and we also don't use any food colors, preservatives, and everything. We're very intentional with everything that we bake with. And there's no fillers, like no just like, okay, let's just fluff it up and make it cheaper because it's easier. We don't use seed oils. Instead, we use honey to sweeten. We use organic cold pressed coconut oil, and we used almond flour and cage free eggs, organic coconut flour. So basically simple clean ingredients that anybody can pronounce, and you probably could find it in your pantry.
Who's your ideal customer and how do their needs shape your offerings?
Our ideal customer is anybody who wants to eat clean, period, regardless of health issues. Because nowadays people are more aware. They're aware that if we don't eat clean now, we have to pay for it later. And everything in a supermarket is like it's shelf stable for a year or more. So they have to use preservatives, they have to use gums, they have to use fillers. They're just trying to replace ingredients to make it shelf stable, which we really don't want. Your grandparents, your parents didn't eat that way. We were used to eating whole foods, not, something that comes out of a package and stays on the shelf for a year or more. So Our customer is basically person who has gluten intolerances or insensitivities or celiacs, with somebody who's eating clean, autoimmune, or even not, just people who really want to eat clean.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. So, what's been your biggest challenge in growing the business this year?
There's a lot. The product formulation is the easiest part because I've been cooking for 40 plus years. The marketing is the hard part. Getting to the customers, getting to the right customers who want our products, who need our products, and really understand it and appreciate it, because our products are clean, but they also taste good. And that's what we constantly hear, like, oh, wow, I didn't realize this was gluten free, or it doesn't taste like cardboard. But getting in front of those customers is a challenge.
Yeah, what makes it a challenge for you? What have you tried, and what would you say has been a challenge? Maybe you could elaborate.
Well, it's challenging to ship a cold and frozen product direct to consumer to make sure that it gets there in time and fresh. And the other challenge, as I said, is marketing. We don't really advertise, so it's mostly word of mouth and how people hear from each other. They pass it on, tell their friends, or they send their friends our products or family. So that's a way, but we realize that we definitely need to be in front of more people so that they are aware and probably start marketing.
Yeah, what are your main growth targets for this year?
Our growth targets, we really want to double from where we were last year. But with the economy slowing, we're seeing a little shift in the consumer buying habits. But still, the people who need this and want this are there for us, which helps, and that support is there. But there are a lot more people who need this, and we want to be in front. So we want to start marketing, and that's, I think, our biggest challenge and how we're going to get in front of people.
And are you thinking about expanding into new markets? Or are you focused on local markets?
We are ready to grow, and we have and scale, because some of our products are shelf stable. We have cashew bites, which are shelf stable for 6 months, and they don't have any preservative. They still are clean, delicious, nutritious, something you can feed your children, and they actually eat it and love it. So that is one of the products we would want to get into more stores, maybe in gift boxes, subscription boxes, and also like offices, health food places. So that's our focus. That would be our second expansion that we would love to do right now. And we are working on it.
Yeah, that's great. And how are you approaching that?
Again, we are approaching local stores, and we are on Fair, which is a wholesale website where other brands and other businesses can purchase our products. Advertising, and we are approaching a lot of gift boxes, and anywhere that people will be ready to purchase our product. So if any of your customers or viewers have any tips or any contacts, we are ready to listen. Yeah, we love that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure a lot of them will. So, what trends are you seeing in your industry that excite you?
We're seeing a lot more people being aware of not just gluten being gluten free, but also like actually being aware of the ingredients in a product. Like reading labels, being more educated themselves and asking questions, which is really, really nice, because that helps us also tell them, like, regardless of what your diet is, you are not going to miss out on the taste and celebration aspect if you eat this product, or if you have our products, taste them. So that's what they really enjoy. Like, oh wow, there's only 5 or 6 ingredients. It's easy to get that to that customer, like, yes, I can read all these ingredients, I can pronounce them, and I am aware of them, and these are fine, they taste amazing, and that's all that matters. So you're not
Mhm.
giving up taste for health. You can have your cake and eat it too.
I love that.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to be crucial to get right in the next year?
Well, the crucial is, I think, our biggest thing would be expansion. Like, we really want to go all out and expand and make sure that we ship to so many customers that that is our biggest goal right now, expansion. We want to scale. So we're just going to keep focus and working hard behind the scenes and try to get that done.
And how are you positioning the company for that scale?
Well, we've just moved into our own commercial kitchen last year, so we are equipped for that. We knew that we have to scale and we're growing. So instead of sharing a commercial kitchen or like a ghost kitchen, or we've built our own. So that commitment is there. And then this way we have it like no cross contamination. people can be like sure that it's safe. So we're ready for that. Now we're kind of trying behind the scenes, working on other things, maybe introducing a new flavor, something seasonal that people would like.
I love that. What are some of the seasonal ideas that you have?
Well, as of now, we have like an almond banana bread, we have lemon coconut cake, chocolate coconut cake, and almond pumpkin bread. And we have a vegan version of our almond banana bread along with other, like, cashew bites in 3 flavors. But what surprised us most is the almond pumpkin bread. We
Hmm.
were only making it during the winter months, like, from October through like maybe January, February. But
Mhm.
when we stopped, people were like, no, we want it all year round. And we are continuing to it, and we're still surprised that there are still weeks, like I think 2 weeks ago when we were shipping, we had close to over 100 orders, and every single one of them was either almond banana bread or almond pumpkin bread, and we were floored, like, what is this? It was right in the middle of summer and people were just buying pumpkin. I was like, wow.
That's amazing. I love that. I
Yeah, I know,
guess
that's
pumpkin's
surprising.
popular.
I guess, I mean, it's like people love pumpkins regardless of season.
That's right. That's right. It's like pumpkin pie or pumpkin spice latte. People love the pumpkin bread, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
So ours is
Yeah.
more like a pumpkin pie, but in a bread form. So it's
Yeah.
better. It just got 4 ingredients and 4 spices, and you can put it down. I don't even toss it. Don't even cut it. Just take a spoon and start it,
Oh, that
and that's
sounds
how people
wonderful.
eat it. It's really delicious.
I'll have to order some. That sounds really good. So if we were to have this conversation again in 12 months, what would make you feel it's been a successful year?
Well, a successful year would be us hiring a couple of full-time employees. That means we've scaled enough to hire people to keep them successfully, through the entire year, every single day, 5 days a week, 6 days a week. For us, that would be a successful, because then we've scaled, we've gotten to where we want to be.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that sounds like a great plan, and I am sure that will happen for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Well, that's it for today's episode of A Healthier, Happier You, the people working to make it happen. A huge thank you to Sonia for sharing her insights and amazing work that Sincerely by Pariani is doing to help people to live healthier, happier lives. If you enjoyed this conversation, make sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who could benefit. And if you're a brand or business making impact in health, wellness, or personal care, we'd love to help you grow. Connect with me at luxhammer.com. Thanks for listening. Until next time, stay healthy, stay happy, and keep making a difference.
Thank you for having me, Evan. It
My
was really a
pleasure.
pleasure. Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.